But I feel like you never expected it to. You never expected it to be just for you. Your fight was for humanity. And now you're getting to experience simultaneously what you worked so hard to bring here. And the type of corrupted... I don't know why I just heard statute of limitations. I just heard it's over. Hold up. Because as I was saying, you worked so hard to bring this here for humanity. Your fight was selfless. But it was to see a better word. Oh, a better world. Word. Statute of limitations. Spoken word. Curses. So it's over. With statute of limitations, it's like individuals waiting for something to pass so they would not be persecuted. Like something would be too late. It would be too late to persecute. So there were corrupted individuals that felt like a curse would override a prophecy for the planet to where it would be too late to persecute them. They wouldn't have to face the consequences of their actions. But there is no statute of limitations for karma. There is no statute of limitations for consequences. You cannot bypass the repercussions of your actions. So with the installation of the golden grid system and the destruction of the inorganic grid system, individuals that thought that they had beat time, they had beat prophecy, are now facing the consequences of their darkest actions. While those that have remained in alignment and on the path of the straight true earth, breaking out of the illusion of helplessness and reliance on the system, to stepping into sovereign power, your sovereign power as a co-creator. Further co-creating this realm and sharing information energetically, as well as assisting in the rise of Christ consciousness with all those who have taken the road to taken the path to enlightenment. Road less traveled. Interesting. These downloads have been heavy. Transformation for change. This is what has changed the world. This is the bigger perspective that they're talking about. The bigger picture. But it all started with you. What you signed up for before your soul came here and why. And again, we talked about this over on YouTube. There were a lot of souls that were stuck in the in-between, stuck on this planet. With the dark inorganic grid system in place, those souls whose vessels had expired were unable to ascend, move beyond this realm. They were trapped within this realm. They were trapped within the darkness inhabiting this realm. And within that darkness, there was a lot of torment, there was a lot of suffering, there was a lot of pain. So to them, that felt like hell, and they weren't supposed to be there. So your soul had reincarnated to free souls that had been trapped within the inorganic dark grid system. Not only those that had a physical vessel, but those who could not ascend beyond a certain point because of the inorganic grid system, to where their vessel had already expired. But their soul energy could not ascend because of the darker imprints put in place. The darker imprints and implants upon this planet that were meant to assist in fallen angels remaining in power. Fallen angel bloodlines remaining in power. The hands that were meant to be the architects of this realm. Putting in work. The hands that were meant to be the architects of this realm were the hands that chose to oppress and enslave it, believing themselves as gods. Wow. And the realm has been taken back by the light that is assisting in the healing and the integration of peaceful, high vibrational light codes. Power evenly dispersed. Prosperity returned to its rightful owners. Recognition being given to those who have been ordained to lead, who will not abuse their position of recognition and power. The work you have put in has paid off. For those of you that, I'm getting another 144 message. I'm getting another 144 message. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Because this is definitely not going to be everybody's message. This is the divine revolutionary chosen galactic golden children of the Most High, who have gone through absolutely everything in this incarnation or reincarnation. But you had to experience everything to be able to change everything. Every program put in place to displace soul essence and energy, to maintain to maintain soul recycling. Break it down. The continual reincarnation of enslaved souls, so that they would the continual reincarnation of souls, so that they would continually feed the system with the way that their soul had been and their energy had been fragmented. Exactly. Yes, trust in the revolution, the divine revolution. Without the awakening, many souls would not be answering the call to their purpose, therefore not completing within this lifetime what was necessary to ascend in spirit, keeping them their soul recycling, coming back through into a realm where they were not meant to ascend from, while assisting in maintaining the power structure, the darker corrupted power structures at play. The rise of Christ consciousness breaks down the inorganic and the corrupted. Everything that was attempting to conceal the true world with its falsified one. So the Matrix is the false world. True Earth is of higher vibration, multidimensional energy. It is the balance that all realms must maintain for the solar system. Each solar system has Each planet within the solar system has alternate dimensions, alternate realities, alternate experiences for all. Many were bleeding into each other with the imbalance on Earth. Multiverses, multi-dimensions, timelines. This is why all of you upon this planet were experiencing things such as the Mandela effect. Those were alternate dimensions, multiverses, alternate timelines bleeding into this one that shouldn't have. Things outside this realm that should not have been in this one, and things outside this realm that were not being allowed in that should have. It was imbalanced. Imbalanced. It was imbalanced. Imbalance of darkness. I'm sorry. The way they're showing me this is very intense. It's like the scale was so far tipped. Imbalanced. Imbalanced with darkness. Which was imbalancing other dimensions, multiverse, other timelines, and the solar system in itself. As the solar system is a chakra system. And if the chakra system is out of balance, everything else is. Like if one chakra is severely out of balance, like this imbalanced, it starts to corrupt the rest of the chakra system. And the solar system in itself is a chakra system, with Earth being like the heart chakra, the heart of the solar system. And with it being this imbalanced, there were so many things going wrong. And with the blanket around this planet, the dark inorganic grid system, the type of firewall, the dark corrupted firewalls around this planet, it was keeping the light from getting in the way that it needed to. And it was keeping souls from ascending, keeping them in this reincarnation cycle to continually be harvested from, to maintain the system. The updated systems of the Matrix, there were multiple of them. There's not just one Matrix. They're showing me there's multiple different forms, like a phone, an iPhone that has to go through multiple updates in order to maintain soul enslavement programs. If one would fail, another would activate. And we've been breaking through these ascension, through these awakenings. These upgrades have been, these updated versions of the Matrix that are activated are dismantled. They're destroyed. So each one that's been trying to activate, each one that's been trying to integrate has been failing. And this was the corrupted fallen bloodlines fail-safe to maintain the dark inorganic grid or what they may have been ingesting or coming up against. This is how potent you are. And I know this is a heavier message, and I'm not going to lie, my cramps are kind of kicking in a little bit. So bear with me as I'm trying to focus on the channeled messages. But for those of you who this is for, You know exactly what I'm talking about. You know that the world woke up when you did. You know that massive changes were being made on this planet with the work you were doing, the timelines you were pulling in, the work the Most High was having you do. Everything changed when you did. I know I said that before, but I really want it to sink in, because you know this. You know this. You saw the world change. You saw major changes being made with what you understood, with the gifts that had been given to you and the alignment you're in, and it's like the orders you were being given by the divine on how to move, where to go, what to invest in. You were prepared for this. A heavy hitter in this round. Victory. I heard we won back the world, and it's all because of you. We won back the world, and it's all because of you. Again, with the Four of Swords, they even attempted to affect your mental health. But again, in order to understand how others were being mentally impacted by the work that was being put on them, by the programming they were experiencing, by the high frequency or the dark frequency weapons, high-powered dark frequency weapons that were being directed towards them, you had to experience it. So you may have seen others out of nowhere lose their mind, just go crazy. And a lot of people, I've seen a lot of homeless people that have experienced this. You can see it in their aura if you can see auras. What type of darker beings are attached specifically in this area. How they're being influenced, and they're unable to pick up or perceive it because of what is occurring and how they have succumbed to this. So many of you have seen individuals where you know that maybe this was in your lineage. You had individuals in your lineage that were perfectly fine, highly intelligent, very successful, lose their minds out of nowhere. And it was yes, these were attempts to sacrifice their spirit, but it's also about the darker implanting that had been placed upon them in order to keep them in a certain position mentally, so that they would not complete their missions here. They would not traverse further into destiny, further than they had when they were in a stable condition. So it seems like this has already been directed your way, where you broke it down. And with you breaking down the type of mental manipulation that individuals, the type of mental control that individuals were attempting to have over you, the type of mental manipulation that was being directed towards you in order to put you in that state, you have shared that information with the world. You have decoded it, reloaded it, and integrated it to where a lot of individuals are now snapping out of that state. And souls that had succumbed to that and lost their physical vessel because of the experience they had with this energy are being freed from this realm with the ascended. With the way the planet has ascended, and with the ascended guiding them into a higher vibratory plane where their soul needs to be in this moment. I feel like there's a lot of anger too at the fact that they could not stop you, that we have won the world back and the minds within this world. Again, in the Matrix, Morpheus says, free your mind. This is also something that XXXTentacion says, free your mind. When you have control over your mind and your emotions, you are able to manipulate the energy within the simulation and the simulation itself. You are the sacred secret weapon of the divine that was meant to completely transform this realm. And what could impact the minds and the souls on this realm and in this realm? Equal give and take. You're receiving equal give and take, and I can feel this in my gut. There must be a cross watcher. You're receiving equal give and take from your ancestors, the angels, and the Most High. Which means the work that you've put in, you're being given back. I won't even say it's a reward for your service. This is literally the work that you've been putting in and what you have done for this planet is being given back to you tenfold. But somebody is paying for a sacrifice and watching to see if it has an effect. Could be a Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or a karmic familial unit that missed an opportunity to harness this energy from you and they're under judgment. But we're really not going to talk about them right now. Some of you may be feeling like somebody is doing this. You're correct. But this is something that you've already alchemized. This is something that you've already decoded and reloaded. What you're picking up on is the fact that these individuals have stepped into your, I won't say, they have alerted your energetic grid system, your energetic web. The energy around you is feeling slightly disturbed with the fact that individuals were heavily banking on something affecting you to where you would be unable to relay certain information. You would be unable to complete the mission that you were put here to complete. So while individuals are under judgment, yeah, they're still trying to target you. They're still trying to be a mess, but that's inevitable. You got a lot of darker individuals upset at the fact that they are no longer being able to bypass consequences for their actions. Feeling as though if they destroy you, they will be able to destroy their consequences with you. But that's not going to happen. Strength. So somebody was paying for something strong, but it's being balanced out as we speak. Anyways, these individuals, I heard, won't stop till they're, well, that may just have to happen. Some of these individuals will be ripped out of their physical vessel in order for you to progress. In order for you to progress, but they said progress specifically. I heard big leagues, baby. You're far beyond their reach. Stay focused on the mission and the message. See the bigger picture. Major league. They're also showing me major in like a jackpot bubble. Major monetary means generational wealth. You help the planet. You help the planet hit a jackpot. You are the failsafe, the Holy Mary, and the Holy Grail all in one. And this is what you've hit in life. This is what you've given this. I get what they're saying. This is what you've given this planet. This is what you're due to receive. This to you is going to look like an absolute miracle, an absolute jackpot. But this is the work that you've been putting in to give back to this planet. To get this planet to where it needed to be. This jackpot energy. This very abundant light energy. The star. We got recognition out here. This is also healing. The healing that you have done to the planet. You are being recognized in the ethers as you are being recognized on this planet. Some of you are about to get a lot more recognition than you have before. We also got a union. A star in union. A union has been healed. A connection has been healed. Your stability has been healed. Some of you are about to move in silence. That's what I will say. Some of you are about to receive something that you've been dreaming of. Especially with the star out here, it's like make a wish. Something that you've been wishing for. They just showed me the North Star. Looking up at the North Star and making a wish. They're also, weirdly enough, showing me the Frog Princess, where Ray reconnects with Evangeline in the spirit. You've connected with somebody in the spirit. You've connected with your Evangeline, your true counterpart. This is also about the healing work that you've done on this planet and how you are being restored and how your reality is being healed in the way that you have healed this planet. This is also a wish that you've been made has stabilized. You're receiving something in the physical that you wished for. But it's like you brought this wish, you brought this energy to life for so many others. You are wish fulfillment to this world. And you're receiving wish fulfillment because of what you brought to this world. I heard, and you're being loved correctly. We got temptation out here. Jezebelian, especially with new beginning. Here we go again. So there may be a Jezebelian energy watching you. I'm not going to stay too long on this energy, but a Jezebelian energy is watching you, or multiple individuals that have been corrupted by the Jezebelian spirit. It is trying to body hop. It is trying to move. It is trying to create havoc in your reality in order to ride the wave into the new world. But it is being released. It's not allowed in this new beginning. And Spirit says truth. So anybody that has allowed this being to inhabit them, that moves in this energy, is now reacting in this energy and being seen as being in this energy, which means the Jezebelian spirit is having people crash out. This Jezebelian energy is being exposed because it cannot be conducive to this new world. So if there is a Jezebelian spirit around a light worker, that Jezebelian energy, the vessel that is a Jezebelian inhabitant, is being revealed as being just that. A lot of light workers are awakening to who they have been around, whether it's family, friends, or romantic partners. Individuals that were keeping them from their highest potential are now being seen as agents of chaos. And these light workers are being ushered into the new world. Our true world. They're being ushered into higher timelines that these beings cannot follow. So you've awakened the right ones. A Jezebelian spirit was caught lying and being sneaky and deceptive. A Queen of Pentacles, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, for love. Ten of Swords. Bro, I can't make this. I just said this. This being that is around a light worker, whether it is a family member or a whole karmic familial unit, a friend or a romantic partner, is being exposed for what they are. Agents of chaos. Agents within the matrix. Agent Smiths. So you got a Queen of Pentacles, could be a King of Pentacles out here, that wanted to maintain a romantic dynamic by Ten of Swords in you. They may have seen you as a problem, or they got caught betraying somebody and that really solidified it for them that, like, I need to separate myself from this person I thought loved me. The love was a lie. So somebody just found out, whoever they're around, this is light workers that have awakened to their true purpose, to the light that they hold and the power that they are capable of acquiring, have been given a choice. Move into your ascended state of being, move into a higher level timeline, or stay stuck around these individuals that mean you nothing but harm, because now you see it for what it is. You see them for what they are. Stop offering to them. This could be a divine masculine that was offering to a karmic Jezebelian family, that a karmic family that was being puppeteered or manipulated by this energy. Could also be the energy of greed, gluttony, vanity. Or this was a romantic partner or a close friend. But it's been revealed, doesn't have to be just to a divine masculine, but whoever was offering to these situations had to have it revealed so they could move forward, taking their harvest with them. So you got a lot of individuals right now in remorse and regret because they missed an opportunity to attach to you, and they missed an opportunity to stay connected to other light workers in their harvest. We have called our energy back. We have called our power back. We have called our ancestral divine inheritance back. We have called our true world and our true worldly experience back into reality in the way that they were attempting to keep it from integrating and being experienced, keeping it from being a reality. The world, look at this, worldly experience. The world, it's over. This is a lot of energy. I apologize. This message is kind of like everywhere. And we really did go into all of this much deeper over on YouTube. I feel like we're getting snippets of YouTube a little bit, as well as some newer messages over here. But it has remained the same energy. We are victorious over the world that we came to save. The light has reclaimed everything the darkness thought it was going to keep control over, along with all the souls that were meant to be in a certain position to be handled, siphoned from, swapped from, and sacrificed, or recycled. So a lot of light workers are realizing they were around the wrong people, in the wrong jobs, at the wrong places, maintaining certain timelines that were meant to collapse. A lot of light workers are now releasing these jobs, these people, and separating themselves from these places where these darker energies must remain. They must remain in the timelines collapsing. Judgment, it wanted to go in the reverse. This is giving me bad judgment, though. You're not receiving judgment. You're receiving your ships coming in. Somebody wanted you to get hit with judgment. Somebody wanted to bring you down a level. Somebody wanted to hit you with something. And that was unjust. This judgment, it's like you're free from judgment. They just showed me the free from judgment, free to love card. You're free from judgment. This is not a part of your harvest. So somebody was trying to push their bad karma off onto you in order to maintain certain connections. They really thought that they could take your energy and the power that comes with being you and use it for their material, egotistical, vain, gluttonous lifestyles and means. This judgment's been reversed. This is being sent back to somebody. Could be, especially with the fact that I almost put it on the world, organizations, networks, and societies. This is judgment on the world. This judgment is being reversed to those that felt like they had control over this world and the souls in it. You did this. This is the type of powerhouse that you are, and how you can speak life and endings over, life and death over things. Judgment came with a dark sweep. Yes, it did. Yes, it did, Enki. Yes, it did. Endgame. God's love. Your cup overflows. Somebody third party, somebody wanted this, or groups wanted this for themselves. And again, we did go into this over on YouTube. That YouTube reading was heavy. It was brilliant. And I feel like, again, they're just reiterating a lot of what we talked about over there, where you were this and you are, well, you were a divine celestial sleeper agent. You're not anymore because you're awake. And with your awakening, the world ended. This old world, this corrupted world, this false world ended. Because of the truth that you hold, that you are, that you bring. And the way that you have revealed the true world, the true earth to others. With everything that you've intaken that is broken down, dismantled, and destroyed. Any inorganic program placed upon this planet to keep souls in an illusion. Including the illusion of loving partners, loving conditional love as being... help me explain this. They said, being under the illusion with the programs put in place, that the love that you were receiving was all that was, and all that is, and all that you deserved. Conditional love. Toxic love. Love that kept you from fully understanding, seeing and receiving the unconditional love from within, and therefore without. Bringing it to this planet in the way that you had been birthed to do so. That's why you were brought here. These programs that were put in place were to keep souls from experiencing this unconditional love and activating it within themselves. Feeling as though real true love, real true trust, healthy harmony existed. And this is where the planet has been moved. This falsified earth stripped. They're showing me like a gray, dark husk of earth. It looks like earth, but it's like colorless, being ripped from this planet. This covering. A covering that was meant to look like the real thing. So this was love that was meant to look like the real thing. This was a life that was meant to look like reality, and it wasn't. All of what you faced, all of what you experienced helped rip the cloaking and the illusion off of all that you had been programmed to think you were meant to experience. Your energy broke down the illusion of the simulation in the matrix. It broke down what was meant to be perceived as reality. Exactly. It was all a lie. Exactly. And now there are so many souls seeing the truth because you are the truth. The energy you've alchemized has been recoded with nothing but light and truth. Ooh, that hit heavy. Everything directed towards you, you have alchemized into light and truth, the truth of it, the breakdown of it. If this is voodoo, you've alchemized voodoo and you've integrated light into it, whatever was directed your way, and you've revealed the truth of it, which this being integrated into this planet, all those are now experiencing the truth of this energy, and that is all that it is an energetic intent directed with entities. It is an energetic intent, and everything is energy. When you're able to understand this energy, decode this energy, and recode this energy, you can make certain installations within this planet that put others in an energetic... What's the best way to explain this? They said with the energy being shared, you can put others in energetic radius in complete awareness of what it is entirely. Therefore, it has no effect over any individual that has received this type of decoded, reloaded, integrated energy. I gotta ask my spirit team sometimes, because like, they help break it down in a way that it is more it's understood in a way that I'm feeling it. So, exactly, we're taking it all back. Every single thing that has been put in place on this planet to keep you from ascending, to keep the world from ascending, advancing, has been broken down, yet has been rebuilt divinely to where it is light encoded for light workers to advance instead of being hindered and limited. This is the power that you have. It's like you are a celestial divine hacker, a celestial divine scientist and hacker, taking things on, having things directed at you, and you breaking it down, you analyzing it, you being the antidote to what was directed towards you, and you hacking the system with the coding you've received, with what you've broken down, and recoding this realm so that corruption cannot impede upon the encrypted code, the encrypted divine coding that has been placed within the golden grid system around this planet. It's like the planet will never go back into darkness. The planet will never be corrupted again in the way that it was, because of how this energy has been divinely encrypted through the work that you have done here. That's beautiful. And we got a King of Pentacles that's not sleeping at night and having anxiety. And you want to know why? Because they built this position off of corruption, illusion, and lies. Deception. They built this position, this prosperity, off illusions, darkness, corruption, and lies. This is like the little man behind the curtain in The Wizard of Oz. The little green man behind the curtain that thought he was so big and bad, and he was out here telling everybody he could grant wishes and he could do whatever he wanted, and he was the big wizard of Oz. Until that curtain was pulled back and everybody saw him for what he is. That's exactly what this is giving is. It has been exposed how these individuals truly lack power because they do not have a connection to source. They were manipulating this world when it was coveted in darkness and then throwing in certain programs to maintain that inorganic grid system while harvesting the energy of the true, of the sacred souls in order to be perceived as powerful. This is why you guys will always hear me say perceived position of power, because it was the illusion of how others were meant to see them. This is why groups like the Illuminati were so feared, because they had this perceived position of power with what they felt like they were capable of at the time. How many souls they were sacrificing, how many individuals they were able to mentally manipulate. All of that directed towards you was the straw that broke the camel's back and put these individuals in a position to forfeit that position, put these individuals in a position to forfeit what they had confiscated, what they have stolen, what they had done to maintain this position. Excuse me, it put them in a position to forfeit everything that they had manipulated the system in order to receive. The system was always rigged in their favor. All of these rituals were only taking an effect because the world was dark. The world was coveted in darkness. Therefore, their darkness was having an effect. The illusion of their power was having an effect because of the illusionary programs put in place. The programs of illusion, glamour, war, separation, suffering, torment. These individuals were only capitalizing. They were only within these positions because of how the world was working at the time. Therefore, how the world has moved, how the world has ascended, the golden grid system in place, their corrupted power structures that had been put in place with its corrupted fall-safe have fallen. Each version of the matrix fallen. The inorganic grid system destroyed. Corrupted individuals that were avoiding consequences through the siphoning and sacrifice of souls. Their sacrifices are now failing. The souls released. They said all back to the origin. Karma back to the origin. And soul fragments, ancestral inheritance, power, wealth, and recognition given back to its origin. In the ways that you were meant to experience it, your destiny, your calling. Sacrifice and movement. And somebody tried to sacrifice you because of the movement you have started and the changes you've made on this earth. And they're watching in complete dismay as they realize that you are... Look at protection landing on sacrifice. As they realize that you're protected from what they traveled to do. This must be recent. Is this in the last few days? Fertility. Is this in the last few days or was this today? 9 of Pentacles, 5 of Swords. Thank you, Mary Jane, for sewing into me. Thank you, Mary Jane, for sewing into me. And know that you are receiving it back infinitely in all the ways that God deems necessary for each and every expansive experience that you have earned and that you have helped the world align to. Everything that the world is experiencing because of you, as are you. You get to experience what you have brought here. And yeah, I'm getting it was today. With it being May 29th, 2025. 5 with the... We're in May right now, which is the 5th month. It being 29, we got 9 out on the board with fertility. 5, 29, 11, that's 7. 2025 adds up to 7. That's angels all around you. Day of the Lord energy, Christ energy. So it being 5 and 9, they could have done this on May 9th. But with fertility out here, I am getting May 29th. So yes, 5 and 9. It was either May 9th or May 29th, which is today. They may have anticipated something having an effect today. So I am getting, yeah, today. I'm also getting, there's confirmation, yeah, that it was the moon to today. They said 3 days from the moon. When was the new moon? Was the new moon? The new moon was Monday? New moon was Monday. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Yeah, okay. Yes. So 3 days, it was the 26th, today's the 29th. They said 3 days from the moon, which would be today. They expected to have wish fulfillment and your manifestation abilities. So 3 days from the last moon, the new moon, today. They expected to have your manifestations, your ability to manifest, and your wish fulfillment. In order to, this is dumb. In order to be seen as a leader here, to be recognized as a leader in order to lead a darker movement. This individual had darker intentions with your power. They were not given access to it. This must be the head of an organization, network, or society. So yeah, you did have some, and it's funny because I was just talking about the Illuminati. So you had a King of Wands energy, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, doesn't have to be. It's also giving Emperor energy. The lead of an organization, network, and society. Maybe even their son, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. This person does not rank as high as you. This is why this person wanted your, and they're not sleeping at night in anxiety. They stayed up all night waiting for something to have an effect. So this could very well be a group like Illuminati, 33-degree Freemasons that have gone rogue, Eastern Stars, whoever the fuck they are, they still don't rank as high as you. This person really thought they were going to have your power and abilities when they woke up. I want to know what the fuck they smoking on to think that that was going to work. They wanted your power and abilities to lead a darker movement and be recognized as a leader. This is somebody that has an ego problem. And you hurt their ego. Yeah, this is somebody that was working with others for your destiny. This person you hurt their ego. Could very well be a Leo. Because this person was seen as powerful till you came into the picture. And now their power is being questioned. Now people are like, if you're really so powerful, why couldn't you get that one? So here we go. This may be who was attempting to target you recently or today or expected something to have an effect today. This could be somebody that is associated with stars. So this is somebody well known. Oh, or wanted to be. So this very well could be like Illuminati. Everybody knows them. With this star here, they could control stars, puppeteer stars. They could have wanted to get these stars or these well-known energies back in check. Because they were questioning, could very well be Holly Weird. They were questioning this group's power. Well, that sucks because somebody's about to... I won't even say somebody's about to. This whole group is being dismantled. This is why they felt like they had to prove their power. Because they've lost control. Walk away. This group is being forced to walk away. No, this is why. Whoever this group is, there are well-known individuals that were afraid of them that are walking away from them now. They're losing control. I would laugh. I'd laugh if this was the fucking Illuminati. Ah, they paid big money for this too. So you got individuals walking away from these groups because their power is heavily doubted at this time. With the fact that you overcame this, not only did you overcome this, they're being hit with judgment. These individuals tried to push their judgment. That's why we had judgment in the reverse off onto you. I just heard Illuminati. Tupac energy. It's like the Illuminati. So you got individuals dropping from this group. I also just heard when we ride on our enemies. A lot of Tupac coming through. I just heard justice will be served and vengeance will be given. So these groups are being demolished. They're meant to. Exactly. Bring the whole system down. These are corrupted individuals that were attempting to maintain the simulation and the system so that they would be able to maintain this position. These are fallen angels that felt like they were gods over this ground. We talked about them earlier. I'm kind of annoyed that they keep popping back up and trying stupid shit. What? I just heard stand up to get beat down. So this was all ordained. We got 9 of Pentacles. Yeah, these stars are going to live their true best lives. So you got well-known energies reclaiming their sovereignty, reclaiming their power, reclaiming their independence. You're helping individuals release themselves from the shackles and the binding of these organizations, networks, and societies that they were afraid of. Fuck them. That's what I just heard. My team don't play. So, seems like things are being handled as we speak with these individuals that were, putting in work. I can't make this shit up. With 2 8s on the board, they may have been working on your abundance. Fuck them. Basically, these individuals are being eradicated. Their perceived positions of power are being stripped. So you got groups, organizations, networks, and societies panicking right now, trying to find a way to sabotage your stability, trying to make an example out of you. So badly, so desperately, trying to make an example out of you to the point where they're offering each other up. This is win by any means necessary, like really trying to get a certain outcome so that they can go, see, we really, like, if you step out of line, we gonna get you like we got them, but you're not going down. They keep trying to put you down, and you're not going down. These individuals, these wealthy individuals that want to maintain a certain reputation or regain the reputation that they have lost. Beep, beep, beep. You hear that outside, backing it up. They're being forced to back up with what they're paying for and who they're paying. Basically, I'm done reading on these energies. What I will say is you have really brought down the house. You have brought down the house on each and every one of these individuals that built it on a faulty foundation and expected it to stay standing. You are what? Yeah, you brought justice. You are what they never expected to exist. And again, we talked about this over on YouTube. Never expected you to exist. Never expected the prophecy to be fulfilled in this way. Because it's like, in every attempt to block out the light, they felt like they had succeeded. They had so many fail-safes, so many firewalls, so many systems and programs put in place that this ascension, the rise of Christ consciousness, was never supposed to happen. Exactly. God's sacred and secret weapon. And you flew under the radar. It's like any type of reptilian archon implant that had been placed upon you to register your ascended energy, like alert them to a certain state of ascension that you were experiencing. It never alerted them. It was like fried. Whatever is meant to alert them of a certain peak in your ascension did not. They never saw you coming. You looked, yes, you held a lot of power, but it's like your energy was unrecognizable and unable to be registered. I just heard seismic earthquake. They're also they're showing me a graph, a seismic, how they measure earthquakes. But it's something about your energy, how they register where your energy's at. This is what they're showing me, but it never registered. It would register slight peaks in your ascension, but when you had gone through, it's like you had fried the implant. You had fried this implant with whatever cataclysmic. Yes. Y'all know what I'm talking about. With the, I want to call it a size, whatever the graph is that measures these earthquakes. But when you went through this cataclysmic, God initiated rebirth. Yes, seismograph. That. Seismograph. Yes, that. But when you had gone through this, that implant had been like fried. It was unable to monitor or track your energy because it had been removed. It had been removed through the death of your previous self. So with the death of your previous self, that implant stayed registering the energy of your previous self, which that previous self stayed at a plateau, where this reborn self was off the charts. And this may have been why you were monitored even by the CIA, because your energy was not being picked up. Yet they were watching your intellectual and intuitive advancement. They were watching your ascension, but they were unable to have it registered. And now these groups are, I gotta say it like this. These groups are being infiltrated energetically because they didn't see you coming, and annihilated because of how your energy is moving within the corrupted systems they were attempting to maintain. It is giving like CCTV. You see them, but they don't see you. Not in the way that they think they do. And it was meant to be that way. You were meant to move under the radar so that you wouldn't be heavily impacted at times that you were meant to be a hermit, that you were in this cocoon. They weren't meant to track your ascension because of the undercover celestial sleeper agent that you are and what you were meant to do here. They were not meant to see this coming. If they knew that you were the prophecy, if they knew that you are what initiated this mass awakening, they would have found a way to take your ass out a long time ago, before you had this awakening, before you stepped into your God body. But by the time they had this registered, like by the time that it really hit them, it was too late. Because if these individuals were attempt to advance towards you in the physical, there would be complete and utter annihilation. Like, it would be even worse for them. This is how protected you are by the divine. It's like, yeah, spirit right there. And body. I can't end the world. I was about to say this. Y'all just saw me shuffle. By the time these individuals had this epiphany, it's like the divine clarified, if you end this person's body, if you take their body, there will be a lot of massive shit that happens in this world, on this planet. Y'all know how when they took Nipsey Hussle and when they took XXXTentacion, more and more people woke up? This would be cataclysmic. If they know, like, what you're already working on, what the energy you're in, if they were to take your physical being, there would be massive events on this planet. Y'all have seen when they've taken out Ascended Masters, those assisting in the advancement of this realm. The type of events that occurred after Nipsey Hussle's physical vessel was taken. After XXXTentacion's physical vessel was taken. How many people woke up? Mac Miller. It would be like 10 times that with you. This is how protected you are, but it's something about spirit revealing to these individuals the prophet that you are. Y'all know when they crucified and sacrificed Yeshua, Jesus, the type of destruction that occurred because of God's wrath. I'm getting the same feeling. I'm getting that feeling. Like, if they came towards you and took your physical being out, it would be bad. Bad. For every single one of them. For this planet. It is given kind of like Bombay. They're also showing me fault lines. They're showing me volcanoes fault. There's already been things that have happened with the attempts on you. I know this sounds like buck wild, but y'all know if this is for you because you've been shown certain areas having tornadoes, earthquakes, tsunamis. The bigger the attempt made on you, the more that Mama Gaia reacts to that. The more shit starts going haywire. It's like if they fuck with you, they're fucking with Mama Gaia and things get bad. So if this message is for you, you've noticed that when individuals wage war on you, I can't make, y'all just saw me split the deck. Roots, even though this is like family, this is like Mama Gaia energy. When they wage war on you, something happens on this planet. The Orishas start reacting. Mama Gaia starts reacting. Those that protect you start moving very quickly to send a certain message. And if this message is for you, you've seen it. Yamaye. Yes. Maya. Like, things start going bad. Specifically in the areas that these individuals have done this witchcraft. Or have attempted to wage war on you. Like if they were going to Louisiana, if they were going to New Orleans, something is happening in New Orleans. Something's going down in New Orleans. Every place they go to has something happen there. And they're being sent a very specific message. I can't believe that just came out. That was such confirmation. That's heavy. It has made them believers. With sensing out here, they can feel this protection around you. And like I said, I know this is a heavier energy. This is like a heavier message, but this is how important you are to this planet. This is what you are capable of bringing into this planet. Desire. And divine intervention. When you desire divine intervention, they move on your behalf. Immediately. What you pray for comes into play. Praying for justice. Praying for peace. Praying for those that have been corrupted or causing injustices to be divinely reprimanded. And it happens. You could call judgment on a specific individual and this, we talked about this power that you've been given over on YouTube, but you have been co-signed by the divine to be a judge. You have been co-signed by the divine to have ownership over this realm and what is allowed in this realm. This is how powerful and how trusted you are. Is what you call upon inevitably aligns with this realm. I'm a throat chakra, a lot of power from your throat. throat chakra, what you speak. I heard quickly acted upon by the Most High. Faith, quickly acted upon. With Moon Soul, you called for the freedom of souls from corrupted individuals and entities. It happened. We went to war for it to happen, but it happened. You helped these souls. I can't make this shit up. You helped these souls escape and align with destiny as a revolutionary light leader and frontliner. I can't make this shit up. This is why you have so many individuals going, how the fuck did we let this slide? How the fuck did we miss this? How the fuck do we stop this? How do we stop them? Because of what you can speak upon, what you are capable of. How many souls have escaped this darker energy, this darker binding and this darker programming with faith here. And those who have now gained faith and escaped in order to align with their true destiny and all that comes with this destiny. You are a heavy hitter. You are a frontliner. You are a leader here. You are like a sergeant. Like your rank is massive. You hold a lot of power. And a lot of power they did not see. They didn't see coming. They didn't believe existed with everything that had been put in place to assure that this reckoning and this awakening would not take place. Blessings. And Jupiter returned benefits. You prayed for benefits to be returned to those that are deserving of them and that have earned them. That these blessings would be restored to the true soul. And it's happening. Yep, 9-star general. Exactly, we are all 9-star general. And you've definitely earned your stars, you earned your stripes, and you earned this purple heart you're receiving. You earned this peace, this like spiritual retirement with the work that you've been putting in and the opposition that you've had. We got, I think, Gemini season, you're receiving a message pertaining to your life's purpose. Okay. What? Wait a second. You're receiving, in Gemini season, some of you are receiving a message, and it is Gemini season right now, about what you are receiving because of the service that you have been to this planet while being in your life's purpose. What you have done for the planet and the souls on this planet. You're receiving part of fortune and increase. I just heard installments as well. You're receiving an increase. Could be a monetary increase. Give me one on this increase. Air sign communication. This is double air energy. It's giving double Gemini. Give me one on this part of fortune. Thank you. Thank you, God. Stability. And partnerships right there. And Spirit said truth. You're receiving back-to-back communication and signs and synchronicities, but that within this true earth and what you have done, how you've honored your ancestors, how you've remained in alignment with your life's purpose, how you have been obedient, you're receiving an increase to your stability. As well as a partnership. This could be a business partnership. This could be a romantic partnership. This could be a soul family, a high-level soul family dynamic, a high-level soul family connection that comes into play because of what you were meant to do. So this is it. This is pertaining your stability and your partnerships, or what you're gonna with stability, what you're gonna be building with these partnerships. But definitely an increase on your stability, and it could be with a partnership that comes in. I love that. That's what's up. Okay, let me pull some ancestor messages, and then I'm gonna meditate, you guys. Because I'm gonna be honest, that YouTube live. That was so much energy, and this has been so much energy too. The downloads are coming in like crazy, and I'm like, what are y'all up to? What is going on? But now we know. Faith in the process. Your faith is paid off. Your obedience has paid off. What you prayed for is arriving. So if you're drained right now, you've been kicking ass. You need some rest. You deserve some rest. You deserve some relaxation. Because you've been putting in work in the physical and in the spirit. You wake up tired because you was in the spirit fighting. You're like, damn, why am I so fatigued? Because he was out there in the spirit kicking ass. You were out there in the ethers whooping and whopping ass. Bringing it. I can't. All right, I'm done. That's the message. That's message. You could have been waking up sore too. Yes. That indicates that you were at war in the spirit. They were coming at you in the dream state and you were whooping ass. And now you wonder why? You are this heavy hitter. They're trying to find any way to get to you because of what you were put here to do and what you have done. They're trying to find a weakness. They're trying to burn you out. They're trying to break you down and they can't. You're too strong and you're too protected. So again, if you're waking up tired, individuals were definitely trying to energy siphon and harvest from you in the dream state. They were definitely trying to attack you, but you whooped their ass. You've been whooping ass. They will continue to get whooped in the spirit. You are too high ranking. And with this energy, with faith in the process, what did I say? What you prayed for, you're about to receive. We got birds out here. You could be seeing a lot of birds. These birds indicate communication. There's two of them. We got two Gemini cards. Earth element and Gemini, I think, in the astrology deck. Two birds. You could be seeing a flock of birds. But with these two birds, this is indicating this is coming in rapidly. You're receiving accelerated divine communication about what you are meant to receive. What is what? Being brought into form. It's being brought into form. Because it's a part of your sacred beginning. We got the sacred fool out here. You brought this beautiful, sacred, divine energy to this planet. You allowed more of this sacred, divine energy in with the work that you've been doing. And now you're being honored in the way that you have honored the Most High. Honored your mission. Honored your ancestors. Honored your angels. And honored the process. Honored the experience. Honored the wisdom you received from the experience. And honored Mama Gaia. All while you were putting in work to heal this planet and make it better. And be the change that you wish to see in this world. And you have. So now you are being honored in return for the work that you have done. Beyond the mind, the heart beats. Beyond the mind, the heart beats. A romantic dynamic, you have been prepared for a connection. This is also, even though you can't see them, you feel them. You can feel their appreciation in the same way they can feel yours. This bond means a lot to us and it's sacred. That is from a song, Tell Everyone by Tech 9. You could be seeing a lot of nights. But in that song, Tell Everyone, he goes, this bond we got, it means a lot to us and it's sacred. This is a sacred bond you have with your team. And that's why you're getting a sacred beginning. Because you deserve it. Diving for light. Because you brought the light here. You assisted this planet in reclaiming its true nature. And that's why you have reclaimed your true experience and why you get to experience it. It is given infinite baths, and it's funny because when I share what God is doing in my life, when I am guided to, that song has a much deeper meaning to me now than it did when it was first released. When it was first released, to me it sounded like being loved correctly. And now it still gives me that feeling, but it means so much more with the way that things are unfolding. And I'll tell you guys about it. I'll share my testimony when it is time. Big things coming in. Infinite baths. Being bathed in blessings. Being bathed in universal, ethereal, and divine reciprocation of all the work that you've done. Exactly. To infinity and beyond. This bond we got, it means a lot to us and it's sacred. Going beyond normal. You are in this world, you're not of this world. But you brought new ideas. It's like you brought, with going beyond normal, things that individuals felt like was impossible, they've seen you be able to achieve and have. You're a divine inspiration to this realm. Where individuals wanted to remain normal experience, normal job, normal below average conditional love relationships, like anything that required a leap of faith and work, you showed it was worth it. Everything that required a high vibrational experience was worth experiencing to get to. So with this going beyond normal, you have people really thinking about what they want, what they deserve. And it's not something that fits inside the box, not anymore. You have people drawing outside the lines, stepping outside the box, getting uncomfortable with growth. Beautiful work that you're doing here. This is these beautiful ideas. You're putting individuals in a position to see that with traversing your north node, your life's purpose, even though it may not be conventional, with your obedience, and it's like your optimistic attitude, no matter what you have experienced, you still remain in this light energy. You still remained a beacon of light. It has aligned you to some miraculous, wondrous things. So you're inspiring others to, every journey starts with a step, to take this leap of faith, to just take a fucking step, to just try. You won't know if you don't try. This is basically your mentality. You said, fuck it, I'm taking on the Illuminati, I'm taking on organizations, networks, and societies. I'm gonna make the world better, bitch. You gonna see it. You gonna see me lead the world to light. Like, you had such big ideologies, and people are seeing them pay off. People are seeing that you truly are here for a massive purpose. Exactly. All in, baby. All in, baby. Yes, Trustin. You went all in on what you were put here to do, no matter how crazy it sounded. And now individuals are seeing this unfold. They're seeing this pay off. They're seeing that you are being provided for with what you're progressing in and what your purpose is. So those that felt like you were crazy, those that felt like you were abnormal, are now seeing that you're exactly who you were meant to be. You're doing exactly what you were supposed to be doing. You're exactly where you need to be. And everything is happening as it's supposed to. Collaborative dreaming. You're helping others dream bigger. This is unity. Collective Christ consciousness. Your optimistic attitude, your optimistic high vibrational energy is spreading. You're inspiring others. And they're receiving from this inspiration with the leaps of faith that they are taking. So again, this is why you're being rewarded. You've done beautiful work here, raising the energy, the vibration, the understanding, the belief systems here. I heard the path of enlightenment, big, bold vision, path of enlightenment. Vision's becoming a reality. I heard you've done everything you were supposed to do. You see the bigger picture and what it was meant to lead to. That's why it's Major League, baby. A new, big level. A level that the world has never been on before. Which has brought these very big visions, these very big desires, these manifestations into, I was going to say into alignment, and they said into reality. Light workers get to experience what they once thought was just a luxury. Light workers get to experience what they once thought was just a luxury. Thinking true love was just a luxury. That peace was just a luxury. That financial security and generational wealth was just a luxury. That working a job that you love was just wants to be written. Thank you, Maria. Thank you. Thank you, Joja. Thank you for sewing into me, each and every one of you, and know that you're receiving it back infinitely and amplified in all the ways that God ordains and deems as necessary for each and every expansive experience that you have brought to this planet and that you are in perfect alignment to have as well. Thank you. I really do appreciate y'all. And that was so cute. Was that coffee? Energy! Coffee also symbolizes masculine energy. So I'll take that as there's an energetic boost happening for you. Thank you. And monetary means gold mine. All right. I'm getting the message. There is amplified energy coming through for you. There's abundance being dropped upon you. And you also, if you're divine feminine, you have aligned with the divine masculine. If you're a divine masculine, your energy is amplified. It is calling in your divine feminine. You guys are already energetically linked. You're about to have a visual, I was going to say a visual perception of your person, like a vision. And they said, no, you're about to visually perceive them. So if you're divine masculine, you've either already seen your divine feminine or you're about to. Heads up. Abundance of love, abundance of material. They said generational wealth, not just material means fortune. Your abundant fortune, an abundance of unconditional love, a plethora of downloads and wisdom, as well as energy that is needed for what you are about to experience. And with the word that wants to be written, some of you are going to have somebody reach out to you that is finally letting go of their shadow side and wants to let love in. So somebody, for some of you, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. I'm not talking from your past, but some of you are about to have somebody that has seen you reach out to you. Somebody that has seen you, somebody new that is letting go of like the shadows that were keeping them from accepting and receiving unconditional love. So you do have a counterpart in here. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. But you have aligned to an unconditionally loving kingdom spouse and partner. What is already within you that you manifested this. This is for those of you that you've balanced your inner energies within and you prayed for a God-ordained kingdom spouse. You prayed for the right person because you were so tired of the wrong person. You were so tired of karmic individuals. You had learned your lesson with those that you had previously experienced. And you held your energy back. You kept your energy within you. And you kept your energy within you without being tempted by outside corrupted individuals. So I'm feeling, especially with these white butterflies, you've been celibate. Could be for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 months. Could be 1 to 4 years you've been celibate. Shit, could even be 14 years. But it was definitely worth the wait. Could also be with 5, could be 5 years you've been celibate. But you've been keeping yourself to yourself. You've been sharing your energy where necessary, but not in an intimate way. This energetic coding through your galactic golden grid system, these downloads, this information you've been receiving, could also be 17. We've got 17. This is card 17. Could also be 8 years or 1 to 7 years. But it's like through this purification process, you really got to experience everything that comes with your gifts being fully activated without them being siphoned. So some of you are about to experience an intimate partner, a romantic kingdom spouse that you were going to be open intimately with, because this is an individual that is aligned with you and meant to be with you. But this is not somebody from the past. Let me reiterate that. It's not somebody from the past. I can tell you that individuals from the past did not get their shit together. They're not on the same level as you. I'm sorry, they didn't just accelerate through the ascension and reach your level. Whoever this is a new individual that you'll see the fruits on their tree. You'll be able to see how God has provided for them. You will be able to feel the God around them and in them. You will know. Whoever this is, though, you're going to feel safe to open up to. This person's on your level. Again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Seeing the true you. So what you don't see is somebody already sees you. Divine Feminine, for those of you this is for, somebody already sees you. Divine Masculine, they already said you're about to see somebody. Again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. After this storm, you're about to see someone against the grain. And then visions of life beyond death. So this is after the storm and after a death and rebirth that the world has gone through, as well as you. So this death and rebirth process has already occurred. I feel with this against the grain, somebody had to wake up to you, seeing the true you. And with the fact that I have a cat hair in my nose, this lets me know that somebody's been very nosy. So some of you, this person already sees you, but needed to go through an ego death because you are the sacred rebel. You don't fit into their little box. This is somebody who had to awaken to the connection. Because again, this is somebody that may move on logic. They may not be as spiritual as you. While you move against the grain, you're very free-spirited. Like you're very spiritual. This person may be more of a manifester. This person may be more logical. You don't fit into the box that they thought that their true partner would. All right, you're different. And this person had to go through this ego death and address their shadows in order to not sabotage this connection with how different your lifestyles may be. I'm definitely getting you're more spiritual than whoever's been watching you. You've been helping them, though. You've been awakening them. You've been being a guiding light. But this person may have been slightly on edge or slightly a little judgmental with who you are. They like your intellectual abilities. They like your intuition, but you're very etherically connected. All right, so they may have been like, this is really out of the box. This is really a lot. Like they're over here talking about extraterrestrials and angels and God and like demons and shit. That's a little bit too much for me. Okay, that's a lot. They had to really seek. They had to really understand. So through this ego death and the addressing of their shadows, and the experiences that they have had, they know that you are the truth. They know that you truly are what God has placed you here to be, and that is a prophet. We got in the reverse, listening for truth. So yeah, at first this person did not want to listen. At first this person was like, I don't like what I'm hearing. I don't feel like this is the truth. I don't feel like this is real. Somebody was having a hard time accepting the reality of the ethereal, the supernatural, the spiritual. So this person, I feel like they're listening now, but Spirit's saying whoever you're meant to be connected to, they didn't believe in all this shit before. I feel like they do now. They wouldn't be in connection to you if they didn't. So this lets me know something happened to solidify this belief. Something supernatural happened to where they could not use logic to explain it. New birth guarded, something they were protected from. Wow. All right, I'm getting into a love message at this point, so I'm probably going to end this pretty soon because, again, I need to meditate and ground. But yeah, somebody was protected from something in the most supernatural way where they can't refute that was divine intervention. Something was divine intervention here that woke somebody else up to the supernatural. Or maybe you did. Maybe this person saw you overcome something that should have been impossible. What you want wants you. Yeah, this person wants you. So now we're getting into a love message. Basically that what you want wants you. Your dreams, your manifestations, your desires, your true divine partner, who you're meant to be connected to, your life's purpose and calling. What you want wants you. Some of you are being guided to take divinely guided action towards further progressing on your creative soul endeavors. Like, if you're a singer, start singing more often. Let yourself be heard. That's specifically what I just heard. Let yourself be seen. Let yourself be heard. Let yourself be loved. Ooh. Yeah, I like that. Let yourself, they said, they're correcting me. They said, in all shapes and form that you are meant to be recognized and rewarded. Let yourself accept and receive everything that comes with your heart's desires that's in divine, that's advocated by the Most High and in divine alignment with your destiny and purpose. Let yourself be heard. Let yourself be seen. Let yourself be loved. Let yourself be rewarded without thinking that you need to work harder for the reward you receive. Ooh, I know I needed to hear that. It's like when you get a blessing, you're like, all right, I want to prove myself even more to God. Like, God is believing in me right now. God's giving me all these miracles, all these manifestations. Like, let me go even harder to show God, like, I deserve these. Thank you for giving me these. Let me work harder to show you I deserve these. And the Divine's saying, don't do that. Just allow yourself to be nurtured. Allow yourself to be rewarded. You don't have to work harder to earn what you are receiving. I know I needed to hear that because I be doing that shit. I'm like, all right, let's work every fucking day this week just to show you I deserve this. And God's like, stop. Take a break. Take a nap. Relax. And I'm like, but I need to prove to you that I can handle this, I can do this, that I really am the prophet, the prophetess, and the divine revolutionary leader you've ordained me to be. Watch how much I can carry. Watch how much I can handle. Thank you for this blessing, but let me put some more shit on my back. So don't do that. I need to hear that from myself. Don't do that. Let yourself relax in the reception. And allow yourself to be like affirmed. Like part of your reward is being affirmed. Like being divinely shown that you are being honored. It's like you're being honored and then you want to prove that you're worthy of being honored. And the divine is saying, don't do that. Let yourself be honored. Let your ancestors honor you. Let the angels honor you. Let the Most High honor you. In the honor that you have given to the Most High, your ancestors, your angels, and Mama Gaia. Allow yourself to be honored without feeling unworthy of it. Anyways, you guys, I'm going to run now. Alright, I need to meditate myself. I'm going to go outside and ground a little bit before I make some dinner. But I love you guys. I appreciate you. I honor you. And I'm so very proud of you. This has been a long, exhausting journey. This has been a long fucking fight for light. Hey, bars. This has been a long fucking fight for light. Alright? But we got this victory. The light has overtaken. The light has taken over. We in this bitch and we not going anywhere. So, I'm proud of us. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of everything that we were able to do. Bars! Again, I should be a rapper. Sorry. That's how you can tell I'm getting tired. Everything's a joke to me right now. I love you guys. I appreciate you. I honor you. I hope that you are leaving this live feeling better than when you came into it. I hope I gave y'all some giggles. I hope I raised your energy. And I hope you have an incredible night. So until tomorrow, remain peaceful, unconditionally loving, stand united, and remain respectful, unless disrespected. Check with the Most High, and then check your motherfucking self before you check a motherfucker with grace. And like Shasay would say, XXX Tentacion, 888! If anybody tells you to lay down, run them the fuck over, but not with your car, vroom vroom, with your energy. Because we have nothing to prove. Our energy obviously does it for us. And last, but most definitely not least, which I am going to chug this water bottle as soon as I'm off here. Drink your motherfucking water. Get some electrolytes up in that bitch too. Alright? Get you some alkaline water, some fucking electrolytes. Alright? Drink your motherfucking water. It's a conduit of energy. It will assist you at this time. As well as remain balanced, stay grounded, and remember who the fuck you are. And why you are here. And why you deserve to be honored. You really do. You came up against everything on this planet, and you became the antidote to everything corrupting this planet. You deserve nice things. You deserve a nice life. You deserve to be honored. I love y'all. And I'm proud of us. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of everything we were able to do. The impossible has been made possible with the experiences that you have overcome. That you have come back with the information for this planet to progress and advance. You're an incredibly powerful, unconditionally loved, chosen child of the Most High. Never forget that. I love you guys. And until next time, bye!